Hey guys, subtlety single target guide. Here we go. Stats, mastery, crit, verse, haste in that exact order. Crit not so important as it was last season because we don't have Seal of Fate anymore. It's still really good though. But yeah, you want to do it in that order. Haste, whatever your best gear is, just use that. Sim your character, the good stuff. This video is actually for people who have 4-piece. If you don't have 4-piece, it's going to be really confusing. So keep that in mind. 4-piece people, this is for you. All right. Talents, this is ideally what you're going to be running. Only two I want to talk about is Invigorated Shadow Dust and Shadowcraft. Shadow Dust, straightforward. When you vanish, the remaining cooldown of your other abilities are reduced by 30 seconds. This includes Flagellation, Dance, Techniques, Blade, etc., etc. Shadowcraft, before I talk about this, you need to know what Shadow Techniques are. Shadow Techniques, your auto attacks have a 30% chance to generate 7 energy and store 1 combo point up to 14. So as you see down here, I already have 5 accumulated. We keep attacking, it'll go up to 6, and then we hit 7. It can go all the way up to 14, keep in mind, but if I press backstab right now, it will give me full combo points when typically it usually only gives you 1. So here we go. Backstab, full combo points. That's how that works. Okay. Shadowcraft, what this does is it triggers 40% additional or more frequently, stores 1 additional combo point, and finishing moves can use these stored points. So, for example, if I had 7 stored combo points, I press Symbols of Death, and then I eviscerate, it will give me full combo points back. So let's do that here. I'll show you visually. So let's get our points first. Let's get slice and dice up. So I'm at 6 combo points now, right? We're stacking the shadow techniques, 3, 4, and then once we get to 7, show you here. So we're at 7. If I press Symbols of Death and I press Eviscerate, it will give me full combo points back. So here we go, Symbols of Death, Eviscerate, and full combo points as you saw. We're at 3, 5, 7, Eviscerate, full combo points. See how that works? Just like that. So now we're at 7 with no Symbols of Death. We backstab, full combo points. Now, that ties into Shadowcraft, and another thing to note, if you weren't aware, 4-piece, Eviscerate, Rupture, Black Powder, chance to summon a Shadow Clone to echo your finishing move. And then that's important tied into the 4-piece because increases damage done with your attacks and generate 2 combo points per clone summoned. So if you summon an Eviscerate and a clone pops, you're going to get 2 combo points. That's why the rotation isn't necessarily set in stone. It's based off what kind of procs you're getting and how that's working. So here's the rotation. In an ideal world, this is what it looks like. Shadow Strike, Flagellation, Shadow Dance, Rupture, Shadow Blade, Symbols of Death, Trinket Potion, Shadow Strike, Eviscerate, Backstab, Secret Technique, Eviscerate, Shadow Strike, Eviscerate. You can macro Shadow Blades, Trinkets, and Potion together. Wouldn't recommend doing that with Symbols of Death, just those other 3 that I said. Now, Secret Techniques is the only one that is guaranteed to give you full combo points back, simply because it's guaranteed to give you clones, since Secret Technique gives clones, right? Summons 2 clones, so that's 4 combo points back instantly. That's why you Secret Technique Eviscerate, ideally. Now, once you vanish, things start to change a little bit. You're going to be doing the rotation again, just a little less. Shadow Dance, Shadow Strike, Eviscerate, Backstab, Symbols of Death if it's the cooldown or the duration is lower than 3 seconds, Secret Technique, Eviscerate, or Shadow Strike. And keep in mind, we have 2 vanishes. The second dance, you use that whenever it is necessary. So not all the fights are going to be the same. For example, Gnarl Root or Smolderon, they have the damage amps, right? You want to use that second dance or second vanish, during the amp to give you another secret technique or to give you another symbols, another dance, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like with 1 vanish. The second vanish, the rotation is the same. It's just depending on where you need it, okay? So here we go. Let's do the rotation.
I cannot use that item.
Here we go,
yet.
popping cooldowns. I got 2 eviscerates there. Now I'll vanish. Symbols of death. Secret technique again. And now for this one, you want to wait. You don't want to press dance again because we want to wait for secret technique. It's about to be up, so we'll do it now. And that's ideally what the rotation is going to look like. Once you're outside of here, you just want to maintain rupture, use symbols of death off cooldown, and you don't want to press dance unless you have secret technique. So now we have slice and dice about to fall off. We'll use that. Symbol technique is about to be up, so we'll dance, and we will start using everything. Dance. There you go, just like that. And you don't want to press flagellation off cooldown. You want to wait for blades. This is usually right here, smolder on, the damage output would be happening. So you would press vanish and then blades and then everything else, if that makes sense. That's why it's a little confusing with the second vanish. You want to be doing it when it's the most optimal. So again, I'll just show you the rotation since we almost have everything back up again. Just use our cooldown. So here we go. Starting stealth, right? And we're going to follow this list as much as we can. Really make sure you're following the GCD tracker and the combo point tracker. It will say I rupture 4 times. It's not 4 times. I'm only pressing it once. All right, here we go.
That item is still recharging.
And there you have it.
Too far away.
If you have any questions or comments, please let me know down below. I know it's not as easy as the other 2 specs, but once you get it down, you got it down. Thank you for watching.